Hello everyone, welcome back. So far we have been looking at the front end pretty much, and we haven't touched the back end or database yet. So in the real world design, the usual process is that you have the front end prototype, well, at least some of the parts are ready, and then you try to provide the services at the back end to fulfill the data or whatever request from the front end. Okay, so let's just try to develop some more components in the front end, and after that we'll start to work on the back end stuff. All right, so far we have done the home part, well, I mean partially, of course, and the photo list side panel. Let's try to add the navigation bar this time. All right, so bring up your Atom editor and right click on your components folder and add a new file called nav-bar.component.ts. Okay, and again, same process. We're gonna import the component from Angular 2 library, and we're gonna add annotation for component, and we're gonna export the class as well. Okay, add the selector as nav-bar and a template URL. Components navbar.component.html. Alright, so that's pretty much the standard process. Here, selector, okay, navbar. Next, we need to create the nav-bar.component .html. Okay, here we're gonna write some HTML code utilizing our semantic UI interface, I mean the framework. So here we have our fixed menu, and inverted basically means those colors will be inverted. Okay, so instead of white default color, it will be a black default color as the main thing for the menu, I mean the navigation bar, of course. Okay, and then we have the secondary pointing menu. All right, and then we're gonna have our link, and it's an item. So basically it's pointing to a logo image which resides under the resource folder static pic logo.png. And then we're gonna have another link which is item class as well. And that's basically our title, which is the name of the project. And we'll have a third item. It will be simply as the home button. And on the another division, we'll simply put in our right menu, which shows the items of those buttons on the right side of the navigation bar. Okay, so we're gonna have a register, class as item. Okay. As well as a login button. Okay, so that's pretty much the draft for navigation HTML. Now that we have the navigation bar component, let's just integrate that into our main component. So let's go to our app.component. Here we have our home and /home. Let's add the navigation bar here. So that will be on top of the home component. All right, nav bar. And because we are using the nav bar component selector, when you have to import that component here. So just remember, whatever inside this curly braces will be the class name, which is uppercase in the first letter. And when you are importing from a library path, it will be a ./ which is the current path, and then components folder, and navbar file name, which is lowercase .components. All right. And if you want to use the selector, you need to make it a directive as well. Okay. So you have to import it, make it directive, and then use it as selector. But if you don't want to use selectors for that component, just some other things, say you want access to data or method for that component, you don't have to specify in the directives. All right. So over here, let's just say navbar, and then we can come back to our page, and there we go. It's already refreshed. You can see we have our logo and the project name and home as the home button. We also have our register and login button as well. All right, that looks a little better. Okay, let's just pause the video for this lesson. We'll continue in the next one. Bye.